Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wednesday night. We are coming to you live here from the SARCO broadcast booth. My name is Alan Patterson, and you joining me for round 5 this evening, coming to you from Snetterton in England. It's a sprint evening, sprint day, 2 rounds of sprint races, and I guarantee we're going to have a lot of action tonight. The usual, it's going to be 1 lap qualifying, so out lap, 1 pace lap, and that's it. And we'll see who is where and what. Just before we go live, we've got a couple of minutes before the quali session starts. Just going to go over the leaderboard at the moment. Obviously, current leader at the moment, it's the Vapor Man himself, Mr. Muat Musa. He's leading a good healthy gap, 208.5 points. Second place, it's the man Jason Farm in his Ferrari, 196 points. Third place, it's Ruan Heineke in his Ferrari, 186 points. Then fourth is Isham Domingo, the second Vapor teammate, 173 points. And Ulrich de Jager in his Ferrari rounds out your top 5 at 165 points. So championships all go, and we'll see exactly what happens this evening. Let's take you to the track. Here we go. We're live. Just under 2 minutes left of free practice before the quali session starts. I'm watching Mr. Muat Musa just to get a kind of timing benchmark, a 147.6, and as I say that, Aiden Russell in his pink muscle goes quickest to 147.260. So again, the Project Vapor boys flexing in their BMW M4s. Third quickest at the moment, it's Dion Fenter, but everyone else is basically chilling in the pits. So we're going to wait. We'll be switching into quali in give or take 60 minutes. But thanks to everyone for joining on the YouTube. Antonio Gamble, hi, there you go, screaming for Jason Farmer, boy. And Elsie, how's it, buddy? Good to have you. Thanks must go to NAG, Game On Geek Out, our primary sponsor for tonight's coverage, as well as MSI for all the bits and pieces that help put the stream live onto social media and YouTube. So thanks, everybody. I am alone this evening. Our intrepid leader, Mr. Dylan Hall, is on a mega business trip. He is out of the PWV complex. He is here in Cape Town on a massive business trip and is about to walk into a restaurant somewhere in a hotel in Cape Town to have dinner with some suppliers, partners. I'm not too sure, but it's a big trip. So I'm going to be flying solo tonight, which I'm comfortable with. And hopefully should bring you all the latest action as we see it happening on the track. Right, we're into quali, and here we go. Agreed, Elsie, this is going to be a crazy race, man. Commonly known as Snotterton. It's not an easy track. You know, it's the traditional, as we were talking about it in driver's briefing, a proper traditional tin top touring car track. They have a shorter version which at the hairpin you kind of turn right and then go down the long back straight. The whole middle sector is not included, but there's a couple of variances on this track. The ACC version is the full track that you can see, the track map. It includes obviously turns 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, but down at the bottom it gets tricky. Turn 8, 9, just under the overpass, fast left, hard braking, try and control the car for that quick turn 9, and then on you going through turn 10, also known as the bomb hole, and then 11, a long right-hander that just keeps on going forever, and while you're turning you've got to climb on the brakes to negotiate that very sharp little turn 12, the left-hander, onto the start-finish line. So I think we're definitely in for some excitement this evening. ADB, how's it? Thanks for joining us. Yes, Antonio, got you. Griffin boys and Ruan in the extremely pretty SARCO liveried car. It's somewhere there. It's second. It's just behind Aiden's pink BMW. There we go. We are live. So let me try and stay on top of who goes out the pits first. 10-minute qualifying. So this is it. Guys know they've got to go out, do one lap, pace lap out, and then one quick lap. That's it. And first to go, it's one of the Ferraris. Another Ferrari following. So another Ferrari. That's Mr. Lorero revving the Mustang. I think it's Rob that's out. Sean Lorero's out. Terry Wilfred. There he comes. So it's Rob. Rob is first man on the track as he negotiates the inside sector coming up to T4. This is a late break, late apex, early on the gas kind of corner. And then this little kink that they're coming to turn 5 with the big grass bales on the inside. You've got to just miss that bale there, collect that curbing, let it float right, then back to the left, and then take an ample amount of curb on the right-hand side here. And then feed your way around to turn 7. Fast but tricky, tightening little right-hander that's off camber, can often push the car out. And then down this long back straight and towards this very tricky turn 8 and turn 9. You'll see they go under the underpass. Now they've got to start braking. Try and hut to the left, then flicker to the right, miss a ridiculously oversized sausage curb. Come through there, then this little right-hander T10. It's got a little undulation, which, as you saw, causes the car to get a little understeery. It's known as the bomb hole for obvious reasons. And then all the way around this turn 11, and then get a good drive out and onto the start-finish straight. So here we go. Rob's going to be the first man to put a lap in. Sheldon on the YouTube, what the heck? If you're not in hospital, you should be on the track, buddy. But thanks for joining us. We'll catch you hopefully next week. So heal up and take it easy. Right, here we go. Rob van der Heever, hard on the brakes into the hairpin. Negotiates that pretty cleanly through T2. And now heading to the inside section. T3, got to feather your way through here. Try and keep the car close to the apex and then hammer it. Rob looks like he's nailing all his braking points, so everything looks good. Here we go through this little kink. Don't hit the grass bales on the inside. There it is. Doesn't drift wide. Keeps the car nice on line. Remember, this is a fine act of putting in an official lap, not getting a track cut, and getting a lap time on the board. So only the very, very brave are going to go flat sticks and run risk of invalidating their lap. So let's see how it goes. Let me know if you guys are, if the volume's all good out there, people. Appreciate the feedback. Right, in he comes, misses that big sausage curb. Now towards the bomb hole. You'll see how the car dips down in here. There we go, then climbs up, gets a little bit light on the exit. And then a tricky long right-hander here. Rob's going to be the first man to put a time, so we wait with bated breath. Griffin Sim Racing Team, car's looking awesome. I've got to repeat, the liveries are fantastic. Over the line he comes as we see Aiden Russell coming out. And Rob does a 1:48.1. So Rob's in. That's the first lap. Next up, it's car number 7. It's Louis Safontaine. It's not, it's Ulrich de Jager. He is 4/10 back. Louis Safontaine. He has invalidated, so I think he's blown his lap out. Sean Lorero in the big Mustang goes quickest, a 1:48.0. So Sean Lorero, currently your quickest. Right, quickly, let's catch up. Car number 3, it's Ruan Heineke in the splendid liveried SARCO Ferrari. Racing for SARCO Racing. And let's see if Ruan's going to be there or thereabouts. I expect he'll be in the top 3. Thanks for the feedback. Over the line, here comes Ruan. Lights are flashing away. And Ruan sends it, a 146.8. He didn't hold back on that lap. There in the background comes another Ferrari over the line. And that was... oh yeah, it's Mr. Fenter. Yes, right. Okay, so he's in. Next up, car number 16. It's Aiden Russell in his pink muscle. And he's tiptoeing. Oh, he's warming up brakes. So this is his outlap. Just behind him, I can see car 15. It's Renault Roberts, the Alpha 1 Esports BMW. And he sends it fast. And he's run deep. And he's off track. Hopefully this is his outlap. Let's go back to Aiden Russell. So currently, Ron Henneke, 46.8. He went, you know what, to the walls. 1.1 second quicker than Sean Lourero's Mustang. And Rob now in 3rd place. As we see Aiden starting his quick lap now. So Aiden's on it. I'm going to drop back. Okay, Renault is also on an outlap. So he comes over the line. And he starts his quick lap. Next up is car 13, David Farrell. He's on his outlap, I believe. So I'll jump back and we'll see what's going on with Aiden Russell. Just want to confirm this is David Farrell's outlap. 3 minutes left. 12 cars we have this evening. And indeed, Farrell's just started his lap. So Aiden, first man on track. We'll go to our helicam and we'll watch the lines the BMW takes around this track. Still on the inside section, now hitting turn 6 and now turn 7 onto the long back straight. There's the sharp hairpin in the background. Oh, he runs a little wide there, but holds on to it. So Aiden's pushing for Team Project Vapor. Negotiates that little section very well. A little wide there and bounces a bit off the grass. I think that might have hurt him a little bit. But I'm sure he's still on a lap. Car's looking good. He hasn't backed out of it. The Ford is, I must say. The Mustang's not looking too bad here this evening, Adi. Right. Through the final turn. There he goes. Aiden Russell now beelining for the line. Let's see where this puts him. Over the line he goes, and Aiden does a 146.3. He held nothing back on that lap. Great lap. Okay, Renault coming in his BMW for Alpha 1 Esports. Over the line he goes, and he goes into 6th position. And next up is car 4. It's Jason Farmer. Let's catch up with the man. He's just started his outlap. So Jason Farmer's now on it. And he knows where the benchmark is. Griffin Sim Racing 1. He runs a little wide there through T1. Now down to the hairpin. Hello, Ati, how's it? Yeah, it's round 5, my guy. Bit of a couple of people sick, couple of people away. But as the championship goes along, a lot of people do fall by the wayside. So only 12 this evening, I'm afraid. But it is part of the championship. Project Vapor currently leading Muad Musa and the boys, but the Ferraris are right there. Should be some exciting racing this evening. That's a quick lap by Aiden Russell. Ron Heineke, 4 tenths back. David Farrell, 7 tenths back. And then Sean Loureiro in the big Ford, 1.6 seconds back. Exactly. Because they are the best of the best of the best. So, I see what you did there. Man in black. Right, Jason Farmer, he's on it. Muad Musa is out the pits and he's on his quick lap. We'll jump to him just now. He's just come out with literally a few seconds to spare. Jason Farmer into the long right-hander now through turn 11. Now has to climb on the anchors. Turn left. Don't hit the curb. He does a good job. He's on the start-finish line. Let's see what this does. Trying to get as high up as he can. These are 25-minute sprints. There are 2 of them. And Jason only gets to 7th place. So he took a little bit of strain there. Moord Musa's in the pits. So Moord Musa has not put in a time. Jason absolutely demolishes the Ferrari at the end of the straight. And there we go. Oh, sorry. Moord Musa, 146.2. Did I miss that? So 146.2, Aiden Russell, 1/10 back around Heineke, 6/10 David Farrell, 9/10, and Sean Larrera rounds out your top 5. So that's quali for Heat 1. Remember, there are 2 races. It's sprints, 25-minute blast, flat out, whatever happens. And then second round, which will be later this evening, or literally, figuratively. It will be straight after this. They do another quali session at night and another 25-minute sprint in the evening. And the nighttime always produces a different result. Ati, getting some upgrades done. Yeah, got you, buddy. Okay, there we go. So Louis Seventeen, Terry Wolford, legend. Didn't get a time in or did a track cut somewhere. So unfortunately, he and Louis Seventeen are at the back. But that's not a bad thing considering the corners that are on this track for T2 specifically. And then the inside section, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Could be some little bumps and rubbing is racing. And there are positions to be had. Thanks for joining this evening. Welcome to the channel. If you have just joined, you're watching SARCO live. We've just finished the first sprint race qualifying session. That is your grid. And yeah, I agreed, Ati, that all the cars are looking fantastic. Griffin, the effort they put into their liveries, the cars are looking really good. Okay, we're live. Let's get in the helicopter. Up front, it's Project Vapor. It's the purple BMW of Moord Musa on pole. Next to him, it's Aiden Russell and his pink Muscle. Also BMW. BMW's shut down the front row. Next up, it is Rowan Heineke in the awesome green SARCO liveried car. Next to him, it's David Farrell for Alpha One Esports in the lighter green kind of Grello kind of yellow. Then it's Sean Larrera, the first of the Ford Mustangs, only one of them here tonight. Unfortunately, Sheldon's ill and he's off. Then it's Rob in his Ferrari for Griffin Sim Racing. Rob van der Heefer on the outside. Next up, it's Jason Farmer, quite a ways back. It's going to be interesting to watch Jason having the dice with his teammate up ahead of him and trying to catch up to the Project Vapor guys. Ulrich de Jager on the outside, Griffin Sim Racing 3. Renault Roberts, the third BMW in this race. He's in 9th place in the Alpha One Esports BMW. On his outside, it's Dion Fenter for Griffin Sim Racing. And then your back row, Louis Safontaine and Terry Wolford. But you can clearly see the highlights, the color highlights, the winglets, the mirrors, the purple, the orange, etc. Light blue, turquoise. Okay, we're going to watch from car 3. It's Rowan Heineke. So we're going to focus the camera on that SARCO car, but we should be able to see the field go through T1 and up to T2, the very tight hairpin. Onto the start-finish line. Here we go. Guys are jockeying. They're all getting into position. Field looks awesome. Moord Musa ready to put his foot down. Aiden's on the outside. Look at Rowan Heineke in the green Ferrari looking up the inside. He's going to try and put pressure quickly. Waiting for the green. David Farrell also right there. Green, green. Here we go. We're off. The BMWs have the power and the Ferraris right there as they head into T1. Late on the brakes. Everyone's nice and clean through there. Sean Larera gets his nose cut off a bit, but now down to the hairpin. Ron Heineke looking, Aiden looking at his teammate. Every big concertina effect into the hairpin. Side by side, further back there. Look like Dion Fenter and Renault Roberts, but everything's good. Through the hairpin they go, nose to tail, and now into the inside section. And we're racing, ladies and gents. Gonna just pop back and look back. Okay, everything's clean at the back. Everyone's through. Terry Wilford making a storming start. And he is in 9th place already. He's taken 2 positions. So Terry Wilford on his move up from the back of the grid. But we'll go up to Aiden Russell up ahead as the whole field's there. I'm going to just watch Sean Larera in the Mustang. Kind of single file as they come through here. But we'll see what the Mustang's horsepower can do. Right behind him it's Jason Farmer, his teammate. And he's going to try and hang on. But there you can see the Mustang closing up. Pulling away from Jason Farmer. Closing up on the back of David Farrell. Now through this tricky section. Unsighted for that curbing. They've got to be careful through there. Everyone's through cleanly. Into the bomb hole they go. Oh, and he runs wide. Brings it back in. Now hard on the brakes for the final turn onto the main straight. And doesn't get a very good drive, does Sean Larera, but off we go. So, Moed Musa already straight away up the road. He's a second clear of his teammate. Into T1 he goes. He has the teammate Aiden Russell. Project Vapor 1-2 as they head down to the hairpin. It's Ron Heineke with David Farrell looking. Late on the brakes is David Farrell. Misses the apex but makes a late turn in. Further back, Sean Larera with Jason Farmer right there. And Jason's wondering, what has he got to do? He's only got 22 minutes of this race. And he needs to get further up this grid quickly. I'm sure they'll... Well, I think there'd be a couple of team orders perhaps. I'm sure Sean will assist where he can. But for now, he's kind of holding his own in the Mustang. Indeed, Antonio's got huge legs. Although the straight isn't the longest straight. But we'll see what he can do. Jason trying to hang on to the coattails. We'll go in cockpit. Looking up ahead, there's the Mustang. There's the understeer through that turn 7. Now this long stretch. And there goes the Mustang. It just drives away. Right. Hard on the brakes. Miss the sausage curve. Everyone does a good job there. No understeer. Through the bomb hole they go. Everything looks good and clean. Aiden hanging on to the Ferrari as they come for the last turn. Round he goes. Right, I'll give you some lap times. Quickest man, it's Moed Musa. It was his last lap, a 146.1. Aiden Russell in the pink BMW, 146.3. Ron Heineke right there, 146.7 with David Farrell getting closer. 147.1. Sean Larera, 147.3. Jason Farmer, 147.5. So Moed Musa is a second and a half quicker than these guys currently on track. That is insane. I like the attitude of Sean Larera. He is closing in on the back of David Farrell. So we're going to sit with the Mustang, see if it can get a good drive out of turn 7 onto the long straight. He's desperately trying to hang on through the technical section here. And if he can get a good drive here without the car sliding too much, he can close in. We'll have a look at the helicam. You can see it slowly edges closer, slowly, but just not long enough. Right, into the braking point. He's wrestling that Mustang. Gets a little bit of slide going on as they come out of turn 10. Oh, that's not going to help David Farrell. He was all on the grass, and now Sean Lourero's right here. I'm going to stick with these guys. This is the closest race. He wrestles the car through the left-hander, and David Farrell's looking a little bit worried. He's got an eye in the mirror, and here comes the Mustang. It's going to be right there into T1. In fact, he's sending it up the inside, is Sean. He is, and he's not. David Farrell leaves him enough room and takes a very long way around T1. Sean Loureiro backed out of that, but down into the hairpin. Here we go. Looking up ahead, I see Aiden Russell running a little wide off on the exit of the hairpin. This currently the closest race. Rob van der Heever all the way at the back, so he's had a drama somewhere. And he's closing right up on the tail of Terry Wilford. So these teammates going to have to make a plan. Going back to Sean Loureiro because I want to see the straight line speed on the straight. Hey Dean, how's it, buddy? Lucky to join. Look at the Mustang, late on the brakes. He's trying to hang on to David Farrell's Ferrari. It's this corner that's imperative for Sean Loureiro, and he misses the apex there. But look at Jason Farmer, he's right there as well. So all that work is null and voided the attack from the Mustang. And another lap and another minute gone by. 18 minutes left of the sprint race. Oh, and the Mustang's long wide through there, misses the apex. Jason can't capitalize on that, but he is right there. Musa, 2.6 seconds up the road from Russell in second place. Then Ruan Heineke, 1.1 seconds back. Then this does. David Farrell, 2.3 seconds back. And here comes Jason Farmer. I tell you what, he is attacking. We watch them go through T1, double right-hander. Got to clip that apex. Got to clip the second apex. Foot flat down to the hairpin now. And does David Farrell nail it? Indeed, he does. Sean Loureiro does a late apex, turns sharply back in. Ruan Heineke closes in. Concertini effect at the hairpin is heavy. Let's just pop down to Louis Safontaine. Louis Safontaine. Let's go back 10 seconds here. Into the hairpin, Louis Safontaine looking up the inside, and I'm sure there's team orders because that teammate just left the door wide open. They come out of the hairpin, and on they go. So Ulrich de Jager stays ahead. Louis Safontaine had a good look. Rob van der Heever as well. He is right under and gets a little bit of aero wash, runs wide through there, and it allows Terry Wilford some breathing space. Back to this race. Sean Loureiro. Oh my word, we missed this. Let me go back 30 seconds. Jason Farmer. Jason Farmer's going to have done this. We go to the helicam. So we're on a replay with 30 seconds back. I think Sean's maybe running wide. Oh, he gets a huge tank slapper, does Sean. Collects the car, and that lets Jason send it past. But that was a big moment for Sean Loureiro. Ford Mustang was all over the place right there. And we managed to catch it. So, Jason, up he goes and into fifth place. Sean trying to now hang on to his teammate. We'll see if Jason can now close in on David Farrell up ahead. Louis Safontaine, still there or thereabouts. Gap is just under a second. It's now 1 second. So 1 second all the way around the track, except for Sean Loureiro on the back of his teammate. So this is the current closest dice on position on track. Yeah, IT, sure. That was a big catch for Sean. The Mustang collecting a lot of slide as it went through that little kink on turn 5. And Sean did well to hold on to that. So Jason, I'm sure, is happy to get the position, but Sean's going to push nonetheless. Looks a lot neater through there. Griffin Sim Racing team, the cars look fantastic out on track. Mustang is an especially good looking car. I'm partial to it, obviously, from NASCAR and Australian supercars. Right. Up ahead with Jason, through the little kink. Turn 10 towards the bomb hole, and he is definitely closing in on David Farrell. David Farrell just trying to hang on to the position he's got. He's got 14 and a half minutes to sustain a lot of pressure coming from the Griffin boys. Lap times. Why can't I hear a car idling? Oh no, it's Terry Wilford. He's in the pits. Terry Wilford has dropped out and gone back to pits for some other reason. He must have had a problem somewhere. Quickest man, it's still Muat Musa. A 145.6. He is down in the 145s, says Muat. Aiden Russell, 146 flat. Ron Haneke, 146.3. David Farrell, a 46.7. And this man, Jason Farmer, now going quicker, 46.5. So Jason Farmer trying to claw back positions. Every position is points, and he needs everything he can get. Currently lying second in the championship. Ron Haneke, who is currently third in the championship, is third on track and up ahead of Jason. So Jason has his work cut out for him. Now closing in completely on the back of Ulrich. We'll go in car and we'll watch. Oh, he gets a good drive. David Farrell was right off the apex there and he missed the accelerating point. And Jason is closing in. He's right in the draft. Right, into this little section. Very nice and neat through there. Out they come. Now through the dip, the bomb hole. David Farrell getting a bit squirrely. Jason following suit. Everything looks good here. Oh, Elsie saying big damage for Terry Wilford. We missed that somewhere. Bad luck, Terry, man. So he's gone to the pits. Car's broken. He's giving race one a miss. We'll stick with this. Louis Safontaine still half a second. Oh, and David Farrell is nowhere on the track at the moment and runs very deep. That's allowing Jason up the inside. They're side by side. Jason, David, a little bit of a, let's remove that rearview mirror. Farrell holds on to the apex and holds his position, but Jason looking for a way by now. Sticks his nose out. He's getting into David Farrell's head. David might outbreak himself here. Runs wide again. Misses the apex completely. And Jason is currently all over the back of this Ferrari. Single file as they go past the big straw bale there. Now through the right-hander. And this is where Jason wants to get a terrific drive out of this turn 7 onto the straight. Oh, he runs just as wide as the Ferrari up ahead, but he's in the stream. He's a 10th back, and he's going to close right up as they get into the braking point here down at the bottom of the circuit. Sean Loureiro just following suit. Teammate is definitely not going to be attacking Jason right now. This is all about Mr. Farmer trying to get the points. Up ahead, Muad Musa 5 seconds up the road. 45.677. Right. I'm not moving from this dice. Sean Loureiro just further back. Louis Safontaine, let's go and look quickly. He's 3/10 off the back of Rano Roberts' BMW. There it is as they come through the final turn. So this also good dice. Louis Safontaine doing everything he can to close in on the BMW. Let's go back to Mr. Farmer, into the hairpin. David Farrell's negotiated T1 safely, and now T2. 10 minutes, ladies and gents. Only 10 minutes left in this first sprint race for this evening. Live here from SARCO. Right, here they come to this little kink. David Farrell's got to position that car perfectly on track. If he goes offline anywhere or takes to the grass, Jason Farmer's going to have him. Final turn again. Jason gets a good apex there. Foot down a fraction earlier. And again, he is trying to claw back the likes of David Farrell just up ahead. Gap is under half a second right now. Under the overpass, into the tricky right and then left and right. Jason's right here. That's what they say in the classics. It's one thing to catch somebody, but it's yet a complete different kettle of fish to get past them. And this track is proving this. Not an easy track to pass. Not many opportunities besides the hairpin. But to close in at the hairpin, you have to go through the double right-hander of T1 perfectly. There we see Ruan Heineken in the SARCO car. Then David Farrell in his Ferrari. Jason Farmer and Sean Loureiro. Sean Loureiro just being the wingman right now. Into the hairpin they come. David Farrell doing exactly what he needs to do. Jason doesn't have anything right now. He's desperately relying on David Farrell to run a little bit wide. Maybe hit a sausage curb and bounce that Ferrari out the way. Alpha 1 Esports car. His teammate in the BMW, Renault Roberts, further back in 7th place with Louis Safontaine still 6/10 just behind him. I see the grass bale's been hit. There it is in the middle of the field, so somebody's collected it. Jason closes right in here. This is where he wants to be very close now. Tries to get this and he misses the apex a bit. He's gone the long way around that corner. Super close nonetheless, as you can see. Having a look, trying to get into David Farrell's head. David Farrell watching the mirrors. Nailing his braking points. Ati definitely is doing well. Jason now sending it up the inside. David closes the door. You can get close there, but unless the car ahead is out on the marbles, you can't go past. Again, David Farrell a little bit wide on the exit of turn 12, but over the line he comes. David Farrell's last lap, a 146.8. Jason, a 147.0. Excuse me. Jason obviously being dictated, his lap times dictated by the car ahead. But definitely the quicker of the two. But nothing he can really do unless he gets legitimately up the inside or side by side with the Ferrari up ahead. Terry Wolford's completed his repairs. He has, excuse me, is back out on track, so getting some valuable time. Renault Roberts now into the pits. Oh dear, and that BMW looks hammered. That front bumper is, that bonnet's messed. So I think he's had a hard time somewhere. Unfortunately, we don't see these collisions or accidents because they're not in a dice. So it could happen to anybody on the track. These guys will, status quo will stay the same here, I think. Oh, Aiden runs deep. Aiden missed that apex. Here comes Jason. I was just about to go off these two, but Aiden had a moment there. Jason sensed it, and he comes with him as they come through the long right-hander. Jason gets a nice clean drive out of there. This could be good. If he can get round T1 under the wing of this Ferrari, he might have a scent opportunity going into the hairpin. David Farrell running defensive into T1. Jason's got to send it now. And he does send it. And he's going up the inside. This is it. It's done. Jason up the inside into the hairpin. Both of them side by side. Late braking. Little bit of a tap. And the Mustang comes suit. Mustang is, Sean Herrera is on the outside. David Farrell says, oh no, hang on, buddy. No, you can't do that. And just gives him a little, how's your mother? But position change has happened. Jason Farmer up into 4th place. And position change done and dusted. Now we'll see if Sean can do the same thing in the Mustang. Sean charging after David Farrell. David Farrell doing well to defend. But that started all the way from T12. David Farrell was defending up the main straight. He had the worst line into T1. Jason took the ideal racing line, did an outside to inside undercut and was next to the Ferrari as they got down to the hairpin. So very methodical, very professional pass. Now David's got to defend against the big Mustang. This is V8 against Turbo V6. Oh, Sean Herrera looking... And David goes wide. Again, he's run deep through there, and that sends the Mustang up the inside through the bomb hole. Oh, I'll tell you what, Sean Herrera is fighting hand over fist with that big Mustang, but makes the pass stick. David Farrell, unfortunately, dropping 2 positions on 1 lap. So he was doing his best, but 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. It's the Griffin Sim Racing boys move into 4th and 5th respectively. Let's go and see what Louis is doing. Louis has etched out a little bit of a lead over Ulrich. 1.9 seconds it is. So that looks like that'll be race result for now. We're going to go for a ride with Muat up ahead. Watch this man and the skill. He is the only man to lap in the 45s consistently for every lap. We should force the teams to have the YouTube channel live so they can hear me. Then I could say something like, Moat, you need to do a handbrake 360 down the back straight here. But he obviously can't hear me. Perfect cornering, perfect braking points, perfect apex lines. Through the bomb hole, lets it drift wide. Over the rough outer curbs. Now hugs the inside, holds onto the apex. Third pole, start braking. Sharp left, misses the sausage curb. Can't get a better lap than that. I will tell you what this lap is. It is a 146.1, so Moat Morsi is backing out of it. Next up, Aiden Russell and his pink muscle. He comes over the line. He does a 146.4. Third place, it's Mr. Ron Haneke, the SARCO car. He does a 146.9, so everyone's going slower now. Jason trying to close in. He does a 147.4. And Sean Herrera over the line a 147.8. David Farrell hasn't given up here. He is attacking. He did a 147.6. And looking up the inside and getting side by side with the Mustang is David Farrell. Falls back behind the car and decides that's not the place for it, but he is pushing. Sean Herrera now having to run defensive. Oops. A little bit wide on the exit. Bounces off the grass a little bit, does David Farrell. Mustang runs a little bit wide as he gets onto the back straight, but here we go, down the back straight. Cars one. It's Ulrich de Jager looking up ahead at Louis Safontaine. Ulrich trying to make some kind of result or get some kind of a result out of this. We are now 15 seconds from the end of the race. Let's see where Mr. Musa is. And he starts his last lap as we hear. So Moat into the last lap of this, the first round of 2 rounds for tonight's racing. Exactly. Andre Goes Racing, how's it? David Farrell versus the entire of the Griffin team. It's a 1 versus 5, and he's currently holding on to the middle of that team. He's in third, essentially, in sixth place. Moord Musa, on he goes through the inside section. No close gaps anywhere on track, except for David Farrell looking at the Mustang up ahead. But I think he won't get much closer than this. Ulrich off the back of Louis Safontaine there just up ahead. And nothing going on there. So back with Mr. Musa, going down the back straight. Looking at the steering wheel inputs just to see how much he drifts this BMW. He looks very at ease in the car. Turns the car in, then just lets it drive through, straightens the wheel out, and the car does the rest. Into T1, catches that slide, and over the line he comes. It's Project Vapor, it's Moord Musa once again flashing his lights as he comes over the line for first place. Aiden Russell through the final turn. Car number 846. It's actually car number 16, but anyway. And he takes second place. Rowan Heineke for SARCO. Headlights ablaze as he comes over for a solid third. And Jason does well to come over in fourth place. That's the BMW up ahead of Reno Roberts, almost getting a lap down. David Farrell over the line, and he gets a good fifth. Sean Guerrero for Griffin Sim Racing brings the Ford home in sixth place. Louis Safontaine. Maroon highlights on this car. And Louis is going to come home in seventh place. Great result. Eighth place, it's Ulrich, literally a second behind him. Then Dion Fenter, the last of the Team Griffin boys. He comes over in ninth place. Rob van der Heefer, I told you a lie. He's the last of the Griffin boys. And oh, someone went deep there. I think that was Terry Wilford. It was indeed. Terry Wilford just out and about having fun and went far deep into the wall, broke the Ferrari, and he is limping it over the line, and he will take 12th place. So there we go, ladies and gents, round one. It is Project Vapor 1 and 2 with Rowan Heineke making up some good points advantage for the championship. He finishes one position ahead of Jason Farmer, and that'll come into effect by next week. We'll know what the points are. But don't go anywhere. Grab a beer, maybe go for a toilet break. We are waiting 2 minutes, and we'll then be ready for quali for round 2, which is going to be at night here at Snetterton. Okay, I'm back with you. Clock should be ticking over shortly. We'll have an instant time warp as we go into the evening here at Snetterton. And this should prove interesting. We'll see if everybody puts in a official lap. There isn't many spotlights around this track, so it's pretty dark, and you're totally reliant on your headlights and muscle memory to know where the corners are and your apexes are.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Right, 60-second countdown. We have to. This is just how Sim Racing's hosting website works. If we're running 2 heats, you have to put a full cycle of free practice, then quali, then the race. So a little 60-second countdown, and then we will see.
Green light. Show them what you got.
Right, you can see it's dusk. Sunset, track temperature 13 degrees. Mark my words, there's going to be some interesting stuff happening here. First man out is Ulrich. It's not. Just up ahead of Ulrich is Jason Farmer. So Jason has taken the bull by the horns. He is the first man out on track, and he's going to try and get his quali done and dusted as soon as possible. Jason desperately needing to get a good result here. The big race between himself and Ron Haneke. Right, couple of guys, as you can see, out on track. Cars 4, 1, 7, 11, 12, 16, and 10 as they all come out. Jason will be the first man to start his flying lap, so we're going to stay with him, and we shall see exactly what he can do. Another one of those weird glitches that happened before I set up the stream here. It's like my broadcasting software literally reset itself. So a little bit of a panic to get the settings all right. I just noticed I was only sending a very low quality stream. I've now upped that, so you guys should now get a very decent stream picture, and you should be able to watch this in 1440, I believe, 1080, 1080p HD. So there we go. Feel free to improve your quality. As we see Jason Farmer, he's on it, he is going, and right behind him it is the likes of Ulrich de Jager. So these guys are the first people that are going to put in a time, and we'll see exactly where they are in a few moments. Just under 7 minutes of quali left, and I know the race time is set for a nighttime race, so this is quali. It is dusk, the sun is set, but the race will be, I believe, in darkness. So we should be able to get some amazing footage and shots of the cars, headlights, glowing disc brakes, exhausts. It is such an excellent game. And the graphics. Right, here we go. Jason through the final turn. What is he doing? He will go straight to pole, and it is 146.5. Ulrich de Jager right behind him, 8/10 further back. So that is 1 and 2. Next up, it's car 7. It's Louis Safontaine. Here he comes. So Jason Farmer sets the benchmark. It's a 46.5. Louis Safontaine pushing through now, coming over the start-finish line. And he goes third. He's 1.6 seconds back. Next up, we have car number 2. It's Sean Lerera in the Mustang. Thundering up the main straight does here comes Sean over the line, and he goes second, 3/10 off the back of Jason Farmer, his teammate. Right, that's that. Car number 16, it's Aiden Russell next up. Russell and his pink muscle. He heads for the line, and he puts in a 1:46.0. He bumps Jason Farmer right off there. That's an amazing time. Next up, it's Dion Fenter. Here he comes. He goes into 6th place. Next up, Rano Roberts. And I think Rano's just started his outlap. So it's Russell from Farmer, from Lerera, from De Jager, from Safontaine, your top 5. See Ron Haneke talking to us on the YouTube while he's having a break in between the heats. Rob van der Heever a little bit a ways up the track. So Rob will be next over the line. Muad Musa, no time. Terry Wilford, no time. David Farrell's just come out the pits. So 3 more cars to come around and put in their laps with just under 4 minutes to go. Oh, Rob running wide and just manages to hold on to the Ferrari through that little kink. Here he goes through the bomb hole. Headlights are on, but as you can see, there isn't that much light up ahead. Dashcam view gives you a good idea. This will be dark, dark, dark this evening. Helicopter still up and about. Right, Rob, what have you done? Rob goes 7th quickest, 2.7 seconds off that pace. Next up, Ruan Haneke just went into the pits. I don't think Ruan Haneke got a lap time. So, David Farrell currently on track, as is car number 6. It's Moed Musa who's behind him. So here we have some drama, ladies and gents. Ruan Haneke is in 8th place. I think he invalidated his lap, so Ruan is now going to have to drive like a man possessed. David Farrell, next man to put a lap time in. Moed Musa a few corners further back. Here he comes. Everyone's being safe as houses, but Aiden Russell doing a great job there of 46.0. David Farrell, here he comes over the line. Where does he go? Oh, he's just started that lap. This is his timed lap. I beg your pardon. Let's see if Moed Musa's on his out lap, or if this little sideways motion there out of the final turn. This could be the start of his lap. It is. Right, bear with us. 1.5 minutes to go. David Farrell will be the next man. Wrestling that car through turn 3. Completely missed his apex there. Nighttime changes all of these tracks. The racing line disappears. Your braking points vanish. It's a full-on challenge to be quick round a track on a 1-lap qualifier at nighttime. Down the back straight, here comes David Farrell, Alpha 1 Esports, Ferrari 296 GT3. the turbo V6, as he tiptoes into the kink, and now right through turn 10, sorry, 9. Now the bomb hole. And he seems on track, so this is going to be a valid lap. We have no time left. These are the last two drivers to put in a time. So Terry Wilford also in the pits. Ron Heineke, Rano Roberts and Terry Wilford not putting a time, but here comes David Farrell. What is this going to do for him? He goes second quickest. That is a great time for David Farrell. Second fastest. Now, Muad Musi, is he going to go top of the log? Aiden Russell, a 46.0. Is the BM in the 45s? Hold your breath, ladies and gents. Let's see. It isn't. Muad Musa didn't count that lap. Qualifying is over. Here's a little twist in the tail. So Muad Musa did a dirty somewhere. He ran a little wide, did something wrong, and he's blown that lap out. We have Muad Musa second last, Ruan Heineke ninth on the grid. Complete turnaround here with Aiden Russell now for Project Vapor on pole. David Farrell next to him. Jason Farmer and Sean Lerera in third and fourth. Ulrich de Jager, your top 5. Sure, told you there'd be drama, and there is. Musa going to do a back to the front drive again. Terry Wolford's going to try and hang on and see what he can do. Ati, for sure. Here comes a spicy round of race number 2 in the darkness. We wait for the session to progress, and I'll be back with you shortly. So I'm going to spitball a little bit. Let's put some myths out into the universe. Did Muad Musa make a mistake, or did he purposely blow his lap so that he could have some fun at Snetterton this evening? What's the feeling out there? This is going to be a hard race. I'll see no questions, dude. Muad is happy to fire it off from the front, but right now he's not. He is second from the back. So complete reverse turnaround for him. I don't know. I mean, I was watching... we were watching David Farrell, so we never watched Muad Musa's full lap to see if he actually made a mistake or if he purposely did something wrong. But, oh, it looks a little bit misty here, does it? It does, as the buildings are in the mist in the background. Right, we're on track. 4 km/h winds, the track temperature 11 degrees. It's a fresh evening here at Snetterton. Aiden Russell on pole. There he is. BMW looking superb. Next to him, it's Mr. Farrell, Alpha 1 Esports. Third place, Jason Farmer himself for Griffin Sim Racing 1. Next to him, his teammate, it's Sean Lerera in the Mustang. Ulrich de Jager there in the background for Griffin Sim Racing. Next to him, it's Louis Safontaine. Behind him, there's Dion Fenter with the other purple highlights. Then Rob van der Heef on the outside with the mustardy kind of highlights. And Ron Heineke in the SARCO car all the way back in 9th place. Next to him, Rano Roberts in the other BMW. And at the back, Muad Musa and Terry Wilford himself. Okay, we shall sit on the Mustang. Cars fire up. We're under 30 seconds to the start of this. It's Heat 2, Round 5. Live from SARCO. For sure, Ati saying let's hope the headlights work. Just for your info, this is the view. There's a bit of lighting. It's not a pitch black evening, but it's still dark. So it's still going to be a challenge. Aiden Russell pulls off a little bit slowly. Now brings the BMW up to the front. He's going to have the inside into T1, so should get to the hairpin first. On his outside, David Farrell going to be hanging on for dear life in the Ferrari and see if he can put a challenge up. At best, he's going to try and hold on to his position. And 25 minutes. Here we go. It looks amazing with the headlights flickering in the mist and light. Cars are jockeying into position now. Louis Safontaine further back is a little bit back off the back. And the BMW of Renault Roberts wanting him to close up a little bit. Look at the SARCO Ferrari almost in the middle of the track.
Green light.
They're off. And Ruan Heineke dives up the inside and is already making a position, as is Muad Musa. You can see them in the background. Oh, that Ferrari. That's Ulrich, I believe. Here comes Ruan Heineke. I'm dropping back. Ruan Heineke making up 2-3 positions from the start. Muad Musa following him. So Ruan Heineke on his way in the SARCO car. Up ahead, Aiden Russell hanging on to the position. It's single file already, but Ruan Heineke, your biggest jump on that start, followed by Muad Musa. Wait for them to get into through the first sector, and there we go. Ruan going from 8th or 9th up to 5th. Muad Musa from 11th up to 7th. And looking behind, here is Muad Musa. He's looking at Ulrich de Jager. So Muad trying to make positions. We'll go on board. We'll watch the BMW. Very close proximity racing right here, but he's trying to get by without any contact. Ulrich nails the apex. Muad follows him. A little bit of dust being thrown up from the cars ahead. Now in the slipstream, and I think Muad's going to pull out into this little kink going into turn 8. Then the braking for turn 9. And Ulrich thinks better of that and just bails right out of there. So Muad Musa up into 6th place from 11th. Half a lap round the first lap. Unbelievable. Let's go up ahead. Sean Loureiro looking at the back of David Farrell. This gap 4 tenths. Jason Farmer 7 tenths further back. You can see him. And then behind him it's Ruan Heineke. We're on for a storming race this evening, ladies and gents. Everybody jockeying and trying to make up positions. Every position is extra points. And this championship is going towards the end. These guys need... Oh, and that is David Farrell. David Farrell just completely missing his apex. We'll go back and watch this. Onto the start-finish line is David Farrell. And I guarantee he's going to have missed his breaking point. He's looking up ahead at Aiden Russell in 2nd place. And here comes the first T1. Braking point's gone. He realizes he's missed it. The Ferrari drifts out and it's now a very expensive lawnmower. 2, 3 cars, 4 cars up the inside of him. So he's back on. He goes from 2nd to 6th place in the space of 1 corner, does David Farrell. Sean Loureiro into 2nd place in the Mustang. Jason Farmer up into 3rd. Ruan Heineke into 4th. Poor old David Farrell completely missed that braking point and just blew away a solid 2nd place. Right, now it's up to Sean to hang on to this Mustang. He is going to see if he can close in on Aiden Russell up ahead. But the cars are nose to tail, especially this dice. It's Ruan Heineke right behind Jason Farmer. Jason Farmer having to... He's going to have to be very defensive. Look at Ruan Heineke on the apex. So Jason's got to look both forward and backwards. He's doing a chameleon right now in that car. Muad Musa going up the inside of Ruan Heineke. So Muad up into 4th place already. Ruan fell off quite badly off the back of Jason Farmer there. David Farrell a little bit further back, still in 6th place. Louis Safontaine looking at the back of Ulrich de Jager up ahead as they head through turn 4. And then further back, Terry Wolford into a nice 9th position. Rob van der Heeff in 10th, Rano Roberts 11th, and Dion Fent in 12th. But going back up ahead, Jason Farmer watching the Mustang of his teammate, and just behind him you can see Moat Musa's BMW. Here it comes. Can anybody hear the Jaws theme? Ron must have had an absolute mare through the final turn and up the main straight into turn 1, because Moat Musa just came floating by. Going to go on board with Moat Musa and watch as he progresses. There we're looking up ahead. It's Jason Farmer and Sean Lerero. But here's Moat, and he is on the attack. Ati, shark. Exactly. Well, Jason Farmer can hear this. He knows that's Moat Musa coming. Right, into T1. Got to get your braking points right. It's a perfect line through there. The Mustang goes, then the Ferrari. And Moore trying to get inside Jason Farmer's head. BM has some serious legs, no question. Jason now having to defend. He knows Moore's quicker, but he has to try and hold on to the position. He's now 2 cars ahead of his race with Ruan Heineke. So the more cars in between, the better. Moore getting a bit squirrely as he comes out of T4. There they go. You can see the hay bale's been bumped already. Through T5. Now the right-hander. Funky little corner. Got to go over the curbs quite a lot. I see the BM in the back of Roberts right behind Dion Fenter. Okay, onto the back straight we go. Jason Farmer getting the best drive he could. But look at the BM. Look how it claws back that lead. Moat looking up the inside, just trying to unsettle Jason up ahead. Through they come. Now the little right-hander. Down through the bomb hole. Jason's in control of the Ferrari, but Moat's following him in his tracks. 18 minutes left. And you can see mid-corner, the BMW just closes up so much. Moat's got so much more control with the M4. And this might be a big send into T1. Is Jason defending? He's staying on the racing line. Moat is just going up the inside. Jason backs out of it wisely and follows Moat as they go through T1, the double right-hander. That is not Jason's fight. He just needs to keep going as quickly as he can. Moat up into 3rd place from 11th place in 2 laps, ladies and gents. Quickest man on track is Sean Lerero, a 1:45.9 his last lap. Aiden Russell, a 46.6. And Jason Farmer, 47.1. Moat Musa, 46.3. Sean Lerero, the only man on the track in the 45s now in the Mustang. So Sean pushing like a man possessed. Look at the exhausts glowing out the side of that BMW. And Sean is now right behind Aiden Russell. Aiden has made a mistake somewhere, and Sean has closed over a second gap to under a second. So Sean doing better out of everybody at night time here with the Mustang. Down the long straight they come, under the overpass, into this tricky braking point, and Sean holding on to that Mustang. The back just wants to come past the front every corner. Big gaps all the way through the field already. Long train of cars as we look at them down the straight. Aiden Russell, Sean Lerero, Moat Musa, Jason Farmer, Ruan Heineke. That's your top 5 with 15 minutes left. 10 minutes done. Into the big hairpin. The SARCO livery car of Ruan Heineke now closing in on the back of Jason. Terry Wilford on the attack. Oh, no, he's not. He just went into a wall. Let's go back 30 seconds and see what's going on here. So Terry Wilford having a battle with Dion Fenter. He breaks for the hairpin, bounces a bit off the curb. Dion Fenter closes right up on him. Now they're heading back into the inside section. Through turn 3 they go. Now up to turn 4 and Terry just gets a bit of oversteer and that sends the car to the inside and the damage is done. He's back in the pits. Back to Moed Musa. Ruan Heineke. Right there behind Jason Farmer. And right behind Ruan Heineke is David Farrell hanging on. This is 4th, 5th and 6th. Oh, the Mustang is closing in. Sean Loureiro looking for a gap. And coming behind Sean Loureiro is Moed Musa. There he is. So Aiden Russell now having to start defending with just on 14 minutes to go. Lucas, how lekker does it look at night? I'm telling you, I love ACC at night. The cars, the headlights, the exhausts glowing. Look at that. There you're looking at 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, just in that one shot alone. First place, Aiden. He's having a difficult race, let's put it that way. But Sean Loureiro, he can smell the blood and is looking very racy. He's going to have some legs going down the back straight as Moore closes in under braking. Musa, Project Vapor, wanting this Mustang. Through turn 7 they go. You can throw blanket over them. That's 1st, 2nd and 3rd, ladies and gents. Oh, and in the background, oh my word, that's Ruan Heineke. Ruan Heineke has just sent the Ferrari into the barrier. He hits the wet grass. The Ferrari bounces off the... Oh, he's damaged that car. 6 love. Then does a full-on donut, and he is now limping back home. Ruan Heineke has just thrown away a result right here. Moed Musa missed that. Let's go back 30 seconds. Moed Musa coming down the back straight, and he's up... that's Sean Loureiro up the outside of the BMW, and he can't get around that corner. Decides to go through the grass. Does Sean, lands back on the track sideways, Wind Diesel style, and that's allowed Moed Musa to take the position. That was the best result that Sean Loureiro could get out of that situation. Sideways over the grass. It's 10-degree track temperature. There's dew. It's wet. Nightmare session. So, Project Vapor, 1-2. Let's see if Aiden's going to give the position up or if he's going to race Musa. But for now, it's BMW's 1-2. Sean Loureiro hanging on to 3rd place. That was some nail-biting stuff. I guarantee he's got some skid marks in his racing suit. Ruan Heineke limping around down in 8th place. He didn't go into pits. He knows he can't afford to go into pits. He now needs to just consolidate. He's looking at damage control. The headlights are flashing from that impact with the barriers. So Ruan Heineke losing out. Jason Farmer, the biggest inheriting driver here this evening. He is going to be taking away a bunch of points from Ruan tonight. That's for certain. Let's go back to Sean. Sean again closing in. He was on the outside. He was on the marbles with Aiden Russell earlier, and that just sent him out and into the grass. Through T11, now down to the kink, and Sean almost runs into the back of Moed Musa. Over the line we come. It's Russell from Musa from Loureiro with 10 minutes left. And you can clearly see it's getting darker as it gets later at night. There in the background, Jason Farmer following behind his teammate with David Farrell hanging on to 6th place. Ulrich de Joch in 6th, David Farrell in 5th. Louis Safontaine in 7th and Ron Heineke hanging on for dear life to 8th place. Ati on the YouTube. Sean is a wild man at night, no question. Yeah, sideways and then just lands it back on the track, facing in the right direction and goes exit stage right. He's now going to try and drag the BMW and he drifts the car through that turn onto the back straight. Sean is definitely having fun out there. You can see he's enjoying the Mustang's power. Right into this kink. Moore braking early. Sean all over the back of that BMW. It's all about being neat and clean through here, not hitting any sausage curbs, keeping off the grass, keeping off the marbles. Louis Safontaine looking at the back of Ruan Heineke. Louis Safontaine is closing in on this damaged Ferrari. Ruan is limping. Ruan's last lap was a 48.2. The leader's up ahead doing 45s. He's 3 seconds off the pace. I'm afraid to say I think Louis is going to be going by in the next lap or two. Back up to your leaders. No change here, so we'll actually go back to Louis and we'll monitor his progress. Eight minutes and some change to go, and Ruan's not doing too badly considering the front end damage on that Ferrari. Back up to Sean Loureiro. Let's watch the steering inputs on this Mustang, especially down here at the end of the back straight. Oh, Sean runs wide there, had to straighten the car quickly. BMW getting a bit of drive out of turn 7. Sean flicking the Mustang left, then right. Now through the bomb hole, catches the drift. Tyrone Marburg, good evening, sir. You catching us with 7 minutes left of the second sprint race here. Huge dramas already. Ruan Heineke clattering into the barriers with the SARCO liveried Ferrari and has thrown away a net 4th place and currently in 7th with Louis Safontaine closing in on him. But here we see the Project Vapor boys, Aiden Russell leading, Moord Musa driving from the back of the grid and up into 2nd place. And Moord Musa starting to pressure his teammate. So let's watch the teammates go to battle. Aiden Russell and his pink muscle trying to position that BMW in the middle of the track. It's pretty much 4 or 5 laps left here. But I guarantee you Musa is going to try and get past his teammate. And I think they're going to actually race it. I don't think Aiden will just give him the position. So Moord's going to have to prove his mettle. Show who's the boss. Who can drive the BM M4 better. The pair of them dropping Sean Loureiro's Mustang now. So that gap now to 2 seconds. Louis Safontaine, however, closes in on Ruan Heineke. Onto the long back straight. Ruan hanging on to his 7th place here. And doing a good job, I might add. Let's go back to Mr. Musa. Start finish line. And last laps. Aiden Russell a 46.4. Muad Musa 46.2. Sean Lerero 47.1. So he's dropping right off. Muad Musa right here now. Is he going to send it up the inside? He is. Does Aiden defend? He does. Muad goes back to the outside and they go around the hairpin. No dangerous stuff out here tonight. These guys know the worst thing that could possibly happen is contact between teammates. RT saying no team orders tonight. Yeah, I don't think so. And to be honest, Musa leading the championship, he could actually finish in second and still stay in overall leader. But I think he's trying to prove a point. Aiden, on the other hand, is also trying to prove a point. He wants to lead from flag to flag and try and get a win under his belt. 4 minutes left. We're almost done. Aiden looks very settled in that car. Nailing his braking points and the apexes. Oh, he gets squirrely there. The BM was super sideways and Muad Musa closes in. Tapping on the brakes not to run into his teammate. Into the braking point for the final corner. And now Muad Musa gets a bit of a tank slapper. He has the drive though. Let's go to our helicam. Is he going to send one? He's looking and he falls back in line. They go through T1 and what is happening? Aiden running super wide through there. Is he defending? Muad's looking. Muad sends it up the inside and Aiden goes, well. Now Aiden attacks back. Almost clips the back of Musa's BMW. But I think that's that. Muad Musa 11th to first place in 22 minutes. David Farrell, for some other reason, into the pits. I think he's had a moment. Let's see if I can catch it. David Farrell over the start-finish line. Oh, he's going to have a moment through T1 here. He's going to miss his braking point again. Does he? No. He hits the apex, runs wide, hits the grass, and sends the car into the inside barrier. And he's just had enough of this car for this evening. Game, set, and match. Back to pits we go. Bad luck, Mr. Farrell. Aiden flashing his BMW at his teammate. Muad Musa coming through the bomb hole now through the second last turn, turn 11. He's feeling very content and happy with himself. Unfortunately, we have also lost the likes of Terry Wilford by the looks of things. So Terry's done a disconnect and I think David Farrell will probably leave soon. He might stay there and watch the race, but very quiet. Let's go and look what's happening with Louis. Ulrich de Jager has in fact passed Louis Safontaine and Ulrich is now closing in on Rowan Haneke. So Ulrich driving a good race. Up in 4th place, Jason Farmer within a second of his teammate Sean Lerero. But we'll see what happens here as Ulrich chases down the SARCO car. Rowan Haneke struggling but trying to hang on. He's literally got 1.5 laps to stay here in his in this 5th place. Fifth, not bad. He was 7th just now, so a few drivers up ahead. I think Ulrich had a moment, and I'm not too sure. We missed that, but anyway, Ron Haneke, this will be a good result considering what he did to the car earlier. Ulrich driving to try and catch up and hang on to that Ferrari. That Ferrari must be at least 10 k's an hour slower down the back straight. Here we go. Let's see. Moed Musa, let's go and catch up where he is. Moed Musa now going on to the last lap. He's going to... Is he going to lift or is he going to start his last lap? Yeah, this should be the start of the final lap.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
Louis Safontaine closing right in behind Ulrich de Jager. It's not over here either. These guys definitely racing. And this is also going to allow Ruan to just get a little bit of light between him and the two charging Griffin cars. Right, one more lap. Ruan, one more lap to hang on to that 5th place and only one position now behind Jason Farmer. Championship points are definitely going to be close. Ooh! Louis Safontaine right there had a huge moment and managed to catch it, but he was a whole bunch of spaghetti through T1. Ulrich now trying, closing all the time. Ruan managing to just keep it as clean as he can, drive the best race he can with the car in the conditions that it is. Bonnet's up, the headlights are flashing under braking, and there he has a big moment, does Ron Haneke. Ulrich is very close now into the long back straight. Ruan trying to get good clean drive out of the corners, not run wide, not get on the grass. I think he's got enough in it here. And here comes Louis Safontaine on his teammate. Is he going to peel out? He doesn't. He lifts and he's going to follow his teammate down.
Leader has finished the race.
Oh, Moed Musa over the line. Done and dusted. Aiden Russell over for 2nd place. Project Vapor. Sean Loureiro, an excellent 3rd place. He's going to absolutely kill the Mustang. Jason Farmer over for 4th place. And Ron Haneke through the long right-hander. Here he comes. This is going to be a great 5th considering the dramas he had. Flashing the lights away. Ron Haneke over the line. He'll take 5th. Thank you very much. Right behind him, Ulrich de Jager, Louis Safontaine, and then Rob van der Heever coming up the main straight in 8th place. Renault Roberts in his Alpha 1 BMW. Look at the M4's exhaust just behind the front wheel. The downpipe's glowing on that car. Only exit out the right-hand side of the car. And Dion Fenter going deep through the last turn, but he will come over and finish in 10th place. Sure, there we go. Well done to Musa. Great race. Lucas, excellent stuff. I am going to go and see if I can find these guys, so bear with me. I will be back with you shortly. Right, trying to see if anybody is going to come and jump in on the live stream. That was round 5, ladies and gents. Hope you enjoyed it. LC, thanks. Okay, here we go. Drivers incoming. Here comes Aiden. Here comes Musa. So we'll have a chat with the drivers. Don't go anywhere. Let's see what everybody's got to say. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I know there were only 12 cars on the track, but we still had some good racing going on. So there we go. Well, let's go to Aiden Russell. Mr. Aiden, are you there, sir?
I'm here.
My guy, how are you?
Oh, that was nerve-wracking there trying to keep Musa behind.
That's what I thought, man. Gee, I knew you were going to be trying to do a flag to flag there, and I thought there's no team orders, but how did it go? I mean, you nailed that quali, so were you happy with that result?
Yeah, so I was happy with the quali, but then as the second race unfolded, I started losing pressure on my right, and then I had 3 cuts. Since I still had 50 minutes left, and I had 3 cuts. So I was trying to just manage that.
Say that again. You said 3.
3 cuts, yeah. 3 truck
my
cuts.
word. So next one would have been a DT. You couldn't afford that, guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I started taking a lot of those corners more conservative
I see
to
that.
try and avoid.
And yeah, Moort was right there. I mean, he was pushing you. Moort, you can unmute yourself if you want to, and come and join in. Let us know what you were doing. Clearly, it was a back to front, but your start, you followed Ruan's Ferrari up the main straight. You took about 4 or 5 places in that start, man.
Yeah, the start was all about obviously gaining places. Ruan was there, so he kind of helped carve the path through those guys, so it was quite cool there. We also got into a little battle at one point. And yeah, the aim was basically to try and go and help Aiden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I miss you make a mistake, or did you go off track by mistake, or was it a purpose decision?
Well, it was a mistake. It was a mistake, so we got a track cut. We just continued with the lap, and
the legendary Musa makes a mistake in quali.
So yeah, it was a bit unfortunate, but nonetheless, it was like that.
All good, man. Look, great result for everybody here. Mr. Farmer, are you there, sir?
Hello. I don't know if it's actually me meant to be here or Ruan. So yeah, I'll just jump in.
That's all good, man. Let us know how your race went. You were certainly in the thick of it in that second race.
Yeah, it was wild. I'm sweating heavily. But yeah, those beamers flying, eh?
They were, yeah. They're not easy to fight. But the Ferrari did seem quick through some of the corners, but obviously on the straights, Aiden and Musa down the road, as was the Mustang. But it was still some decent racing going on.
Yeah, no, it was quite epic. I enjoyed both races were quite awesome. But yeah, Sean's Mustang, geez, that thing got nice. Coming out the corners, he just walks away.
It just walks away. I mean, you watch it.
Cars, yeah.
The helicopter view he goes away from whoever's behind him and closes in on who's ahead. Moore, just back to you. What were you thinking when you saw that Mustang go off? He was on the outside of Aiden and went into the grass. You got to have known he was going to come back on track after that little right-hander.
Yeah, what do they call it? A brown
moment. Code brown, dude.
Code brown. So it was a bit hectic. Yeah, I mean, if he kept it on the road, it was going to be a proper mission to pass.
Yeah.
That Mustang, and I mean, we were all in the car saying, Aiden, can you like go faster? So yeah, when he went off there, and yeah, I was literally expecting him to come back on track.
Yeah.
The same with Aiden, as you saw.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw it on stream.
Yeah,
but,
we had it live.
Yeah, we took some avoiding action, and then I was like, okay, cool. Now we want to let's protect it for a while, and let's see where it goes from there.
You need to actually go and look that back. Aiden, he was on your outside as you went through that little kink into the breaking point. He was on the marbles. You did exactly what you needed to do, but you saw him go out to the right. At that point, he was facing right. So he was going to slide across the track. I was expecting him to T-bone both of you, and he literally landed in between you, facing in the right direction. It was mind-blowing.
I started going into panic mode when I started seeing that Mustang. So I was panicking, but luckily to deal with a Mustang, you just had Musa in your team.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. We knew it like immediately as when Musa got past Sean, and then all of a sudden his times dropped immediately because Misha was doing what I think you were doing 45s, 40 mid 45s, which
That's
is
it.
mental.
Yeah,
And then all of a sudden he's doing 46 nines, 47s. We're like,
47s.
what's going on there? We knew it was building a gap. So yeah,
Exactly.
but
Well,
good race there.
good show nonetheless. Listen, race one in the day, it also had its fair share of Dyson going on, but a great result for everybody. The championship's still super close. If you guys can remind me, how many races there are there in this season?
There's 6 all in all.
Okay, so next week's the last one, eh?
And it's double points, yeah.
And it's double points, and it's a long race to
Interesting.
double pit stop strats. So we're going to see some interesting racing next week with the points closing up as well. Gents, any last words you guys want to say to the guys? You had a nice following on the stream tonight.
Just a big shout out to Isham, obviously, that couldn't be here today because
Yeah.
it's his dad's birthday, so he's busy celebrating his
Happy
dad's
birthday, Dad.
Yeah, from my side, just a big shout out to him. Also, big thank you to you guys also at SARCO for obviously hosting such a cool league. Really appreciate it.
Okay.
And then also you, Alan. I mean, you entertain us in the evenings. And tomorrow morning we're gonna go and watch it, and we're gonna get to see your face again. So
Good
thank
stuff.
you for providing the stream.
Thanks,
for
man.
us.
I know I called a couple of people some weird things like spaghetti this and sideways that, but you guys put on a good show, so go and enjoy it, man.
It's all good. Thank
Aiden, from you?
I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming. For all the people that did show up, it was nice. And thanks to Musa for keeping Sean behind for me. And yeah, thank you for everyone in the stream. Yeah.
Sweet as, man. Good stuff. Jason, last words from you, sir.
Yeah, just to the whole GSRT team, well done on the results, guys. And then, yeah, unlucky for Rowan with that spin-off in the second race. And then, yeah, obviously, Vapor Boys, well done. You guys are crushing it. And thank you, Alan. And then, of course, a big thank you to my mom for always coming, jumping on the stream and just keeping it live there, which was cool.
100%, dude. She's there. She's shouting. You know it. So, well,
biggest fan.
Biggest fan. No question. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining me in the booth. I wish you well. Have a good week, and we'll catch up next week. Where's the track? Suzuka, Japan. So we're going to be doing the final round, as we just said, long race, 2 pit stops, double points, and it's the last round of the season. So don't miss it. And that's it from us here at SARCO. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to our support and our sponsors. And that's me, Alan Patterson. I'm going to say good night, goodbye, and we'll catch you next week. Cheers, everybody.